Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dota 2 Canada Cup Season number 5 Grand Finals. We're here in the last game between, or I should say, the third game between Boreal eSports and NARv2. NARv2 currently up 2-0 against Boreal eSports. Boreal looking to get back in. They played pretty well the last game. Some sloppy play from NARv2 was looking like maybe the game was pretty throwable, but in the end, NARv2 did come back out on top. They had a really great start. The stream did go down a second ago. We are good to go now, hopefully. XSplit has not been a very cooperative program, I should say, so far this evening, and hopefully that does not continue to happen. But as of right now, we're underway into the draft. As always, my name is Mott. Joining me today, of course, is Trout. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. They were pretty fun games to watch. I thought that the game was going to be a rollover after like the 15-minute mark for NARv, but a little bit of weird plays and a little bit of good high defense from Boreal. And I think it really came down to as soon as Storm, they were pushing, they got that melee racks in mid, and Storm just respawned. They bought back on KVH and the Windrunner, and Storm is one of the best heroes about getting back into a fight immediately, whether it's a buyback or just a spawn from a short Bloodstone timer. He did a lot of work right after that, and that was like a 6k swing. So it looked like there was a little bit of hope for Boreal, but North American Rejects just kind of still pressed their lead.
10 seconds
And with the next assassin being really effective against Storm Spirit, couldn't really go ham.
5
And did he actually ever even buy a BKB that game?
The next? No, he did not. He definitely did not.
No, the Storm Spirit.
Oh, no, he didn't get there either, no.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised he didn't, just because of how effective the Nyx was against him.
Yeah.
No BKB, no Lincolns either.
Certainly interesting to watch that game. It felt as if, maybe they could come back into it. There was a period of time where you and I were like, this game seems real over. And they came back in. There were some throwy fights. There was a Roshan that was taken by Boreal, and at some point they were in an okay position. I must say, though, if there is any game that Boreal eSports are going to get back into it's probably it's going to be this one. There's an OD on the other side, and I think that hero is great. That hero is fun to watch, but it's not proven, and it's kind of rough. It takes a long time to get farmed, and there's no real way for him to farm other than get a Midas and last hit and maybe get kills. But I feel as if Outworld Devour is kind of an interesting pick coming up from North American Rejects. Don't get me wrong, I think he's pretty good against Storm, but it's certainly not somebody I expected to see.
Sniper.
Yeah, ooh, they go with a sniper pick. I think they're gonna go for a farming Storm Spirit again and then like sniper mid. I thought they were gonna go again the Windrunner mid last time, but I was wrong then. So maybe they do something more standard as well. But sniper is actually pretty good against OD. It's one of the heroes that can actually contest against him. There's like sniper. Lena's okay, honestly, but she's an in hero, so it's kind of weird. But sniper's good. Who's the other one that really... I mean, Nyx is actually pretty good, too. There's one more that's really good against OD, and I don't know why I can't think of it. It's failing me right now.
Razor?
Razor, of course. Thank you, Mont.
You're welcome.
Razor.
Radiant team pick.
I try my best, man. And sometimes I have these little glimmers of hope, but I cannot be the oracle that you clearly are when it comes to these predictions.
No one can. It's okay.
Trout was right.
Razor.
Well,
oh, they picked the Razor themselves.
We don't want you getting this. That's fair.
That's weird. I don't think Razor's very good against Storm.
He's not really great against Sniper either. I guess in lane he kind of wrecks Storm a little bit, like early on. And
I think they're gonna farm the Storm though. I think Boreal should farm the Storm and put Sniper in it.
Yeah, that seems right. And then Sniper with take aim is pretty good against Razor as well. Early on, again, he's not going to be super good. And Plasma Field is going to wreck his day. It's going to absolutely just poop all over him. But I think for Sniper later on down the road, when he gets his take aim levels, it's going to be good. Tuskar coming out from the side of Boreal, taking a page out of LGD's book, the MYM support. But no, it's an offlane Tusk played by Jeppins, as Lena and Vengeful Spirit going to be the supports. Pete to Dad again, trying to, maybe even things out. He had a bit of a rough game, and it was unfortunate, but it's just how things go from time to time.
Yeah, the Tusk is pretty good on Dire because you can do something similar to what the Clock does. And I imagine if we watch Jeppins in laning at the beginning, we'll be able to see him do this. But you can use your Ice Shards to kind of block the creep camp, like similar to how a Cog block would be worked with Clockwork. So expect to watch that from Jeppins. It'll give him good creep equilibrium at the start. And yeah, it's going to be KVH playing the Sniper, but I don't think you put Storm mid. Whether it's Razor or OD, I think both heroes would just crush him.
Yeah, they will crush him, yeah.
Sniper's good against both. Razor can do pretty good against him, but if you keep your positioning right, and as long as you don't get a huge duration on the static link, I think Sniper would do just fine. So I think their best option is to put Sniper mid, make sure you have one hero around mid to make sure that, like, if there's a possible gank attempt from Rubik, that they're fine. Because it is going to be, again, the Earthshaker offlane. Rubik Visage isn't exactly the most threatening support duo as far as ganking, so at least they have that going for them for Boreal.
Ush is currently MIA. His dad said he'd pick Razor for him. He just went to the bathroom. Hello and welcome to the potential last game of Dota 2 Canada Cup. We have our casters at Mott Dota, at NARv2 Dota, myself at Cart Dota. Yeah, Cart. You're not a caster. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes I flame Cart with reckless abandon. I have no idea why. Sorry, buddy. I don't mean it. It's only because I love you. So, I'm literally Durka. Well, sounds about right. Boreal versus NARv2. Last game, potential last game coming out here for Boreal eSports. And they, do not get me wrong, they've had a fantastic run through the losers bracket up into these grand finals. But NARv2 seem to be on another level, at least in the series. Maybe not in that second game, but everywhere else they've been playing solid. Smoke of the seat to the top lane for Boreal. This could theoretically be a first blood on MSS, who is, I forget what the thing is called. It's like Almond the Armadillo. Almond the Frondillo, excuse me. I thought it was Almond or something like that, but...
Oh, we got the ward down too. Oh! 4-man snowball.
He is in trouble. Fisher can't get it off. Look at that potential of team fight. They stunned him forever. They bursted from like 100 to 0 in the span of a second, and they get the ward counter. Oh, Mojo. Not a great way to start the game, unfortunately, for you. But really,
you know, the scary thing is he actually almost got away too. If Pizza Dad didn't get the Light Striker race done, I think he actually could have fishered and just walked away, but it was a really quick stun from Pizza Dad. Keep in mind too that the snowball is not a very long duration stun at level 1. It's 0.5 seconds. It's like hardly anything.
Wow.
That's less than a lion stun. So Moravis, or Pizza Dad 37, was able to ensure that they got that kill.
That's big. Got the kill. It was actually Jeppin's a big start coming out. They get a little bit of experience. I mean, whatever. It's fine. They get Korok with the OD. They get him the good start with the Bounty Rune. He's going to head towards the middle lane, so it is going to be Korok mid. And it is going to be KBH. So yeah, I think this is very good for Boreal. I think so far this is a good start for them. Again, though, they did have a fantastic laning phase the past 2 games. And then from that point, they got kind of wrecked. So we'll have to see how things turn out.
Whoa!
Double shrapnel?
KBH just used... Yeah, that was a misclick. And then he got with creep knight, so... A little bit of... Oh, now it's... this is not good. Okay, Sniper is good. Oh, that's 3 creeps!
No, it's going to be 4. Yeah.
4?!
It's not looking great. And then a free CS.
Oh, God. So, okay, Sniper against OD. This is thought of as an okay matchup for Sniper because if you do go non-shrapnel and you just go points into headshot and take aim, you can actually win this lane. But because of the level 1 engagement and he wanted to level up shrapnel, coupled with the fact that he just used double shrapnel, just didn't get the right, you know, rhythm of the lane, he is in a world of hurt now. Korok's up to 4 and 5. It's just going to get a little bit worse as Korok racks up the int damage too. So, we'll see. On paper, it could be an okay lane, but because of the shrapnel leveling up and the first wave, this is going to be really rough for KBH.
He's actually going to be out of mana now. He can't shrapnel. Not that he needs to, because he has no shrapnels to work with anyways. Look at the right click coming out from Korok, though. That damage from the end is huge. Top lane is a solo matchup, MSS versus Koni, and I think Koni should have a pretty good time here, but MSS is actually doing pretty okay himself. Down bottom is going to be, it should be a massacre. There should be lots of blood, which I really want to see. This should be a gladiatorial battle, and it's really not turning out that way. Boreal are not really looking in, jump in. Oh, actually they are. As Ush gets LSA'd, Magic Missile comes out, nice telekinesis back. Ice Shards, Ush will fall. Okay, that's the power of this lane, I guess, and Ush just is not ready for it. Good start to the tri lane so far. Meanwhile, Korok taking a lot of damage mid. He's going to have to eat a tree.
I think he definitely needs to buy a magic stick if you're any of the heroes. Like, look at, for instance, Chad, who has a magic stick. He's already up to 7 charges. Fog, he's up to 6. Imagine if Ush had one. I think he lives there. If maybe he still dies there, but it would have been much more difficult for Boreal to actually get the kill.
Korok is dead mid. He's going to walk into the shrapnel. Actually died on the last right click. The haste rune. They didn't have a bottom rune vision. That is a huge start. Ice Shard's going to go, but now the telekinesis, rather the telekinesis is going to go, but it was the Grave Chill first. Soul Assumption, and Snowball will save his life for a bit. He's going to try to go onto Fog. Last right click going to come out, and Rubik will get the kill. So nice play there. So, it's not a great start for NARv. It was a good start in the lane, but suddenly Sniper's back in it. Top lane's going pretty well, but then again, 17 last hits for Kokoni. So actually, I think every lane right now is currently going Boreal's way, at least a little bit.
Yeah, with the exception of that last death there. As soon as you show that one of your supports is missing, and they made that obvious by bench ganking mid, you need to back up in your respective lane. So a little bit of a misplay there, but I imagine they can still go on to, like, Ush again. He still doesn't have a magic stick. I think this is a big mistake. Like, the amount of spells that are going to be cast, that can easily pump your HP up instantly. I'm like, look at Chad has one, Fog has one. I'm really surprised that they're not going on Fog. He has
Fog
a 10-stick charge.
In some trouble. Stick charges will save his life for the time being. He does get the Soul Assumption off. Plasma Field will pick up the kill. Ush getting kind of low. No telekinesis. Fable was already used. Ush, I think tried to salve, didn't work out. Jeppins gets a double kill. They're going to get all 3 heroes. This lane is actually a disaster for NARv. It is just a problem currently, and they need to find some way to deal with it. And I don't think Odie's not really the answer to that problem.
Yeah, this isn't like a Puck who like transitions and goes into the other lane and gets the kill. Korok took a headshot proc right there, but no mana onto KVH. He's actually full mana, but it's 39 out of 39. So now he pops up to 130. Korok is going to get the bounty rune up top.
It does not have boots. Very fast. Jeppins gets Grave Chill, but this lane is so difficult. Meanwhile, top lane, Nemesis took a ton of damage. He's actually almost dead. They're going to salve him up, though. Let me shake your hands, says the Earthshaker. He's a funny guy, that Earthshaker. Korok is still
hilarious.
I mean, there's some really bad puns here, honestly. It's just really good stuff. Korok is taking headshots and shrapnel. Not feeling great. He is up now 5 CS on the Sniper, 17 to 12, now 17 to 13. So he's doing better in that regard, but he did go down a little while ago. Ush, again, not going for the stick. They still have this tri-lane bottom, and they could easily get a kill. Fog, do not pull through there. Run, buddy. You need to run, my friend. Yeah, you ain't running anywhere. I don't know why he thought that was a good idea. I'm not really sure.
Well, he doesn't really exactly have vision, but yeah, that's really unfortunate. It's a 7-stick charge on the Jeppins.
Oh, the ult
I'm still really
Korok
surprised that Ush
got
has
the
no
ult.
stick.
Yeah.
Oh, body blocking coming in.
Jeppins, nice play there. Ush is in a lot of trouble. The LC is going to connect the Magic Missile, and they're just running at them bottom, and it's working so well for Boreal. But
yeah, Boreal just seems to really excel in the laning phase. Like, they're really strong in the laning phase, but see if they can keep this momentum going forward. What's the CS for Sniper? He's only at 17 compared to the
died
20.
mid
Oh, I
too.
guess it's really even.
He got Korok got a last hit as he had Astral to KVH, and that put him up to level 6. He's just running at him.
Storm gets a solo kill up top.
Yeah, all right, Coney. He had to do that when I wasn't looking. 36 last hits at kill top lane. He is currently the lead farmer, and his net worth will indicate that. And Jeppins is a close second. Well, luckily, not every lane is going horribly. Korok has done a great job here. Died once, got a kill on KVH later. Assassinate. Korok was about to Astral. He's probably going to have to Astral himself. Nice.
He does, but that might kill him.
Yeah, I think he's probably dead.
Shard sets it up a little early on the shards, honestly, but maybe they get the kill anyway.
Just goes down. Echo
goes.
He
snowballs!
He snowballed right as the Echo was going to fly. He's going to hit him up with it. Fisher could go. Enchant Totem telekinesis back. They have the damage to kill him. Oh, he went for the enchant build. MSS is level 3 enchant totem. That's sick.
Wow, that's kind of interesting, actually. But nice dodge there from the snowball. I thought he could have maybe made it out. Would have been actually way easier if his ice shards actually hit the OD. Like, he set it up there so it would trap him a little bit, but he didn't actually get the damage, which is pretty good damage. It's 210 damage.
Oh my, Chad is in an interesting spot. Ball landing in. Ush is in trouble. They need a telekinesis. Nice hide coming in. They don't have the ult. That will devour. Jeppins comes through as well. It's all 5 mid currently on the side of NARv. They've lost Ush. They can't get the kill. Now Kokoni out of mana here. Fadebolt coming through. Soul Assumption as well. They can't get a single kill. Fog's gonna fall. Boreal turning. They'll get 3. Almost getting 4. MSS has to hightail it out. Korok the same. This game is now in Boreal's favor.
they're
They're
gonna
even
get
getting
more.
Korok as well. Assassinate flies through. There's the Walrus.
Five?
Magic Missile. Can they get all of them? They want to make it a team up. They get vision. They don't have swap, but they get the ice shards. All 5 fall on the side of NARv2. Boreal. They're still in this series, baby. 15-4 with a 4,000 net worth lead. This is their game to lose now.
That's 19 hero kills in less than 8 minutes, man. That's pretty huge. Jeppins and Pizza Dad are up on the top side, maybe looking for a snowball kill, but man, again, Boreal are fantastic in the laning phase. It's still only 8 minutes, so we'll see how they transition. But as you mentioned, OD is just not a hero that plays well from behind. Here comes a snowball. He actually astrals the stun, which is really good. Here comes the Earthshaker.
Oh,
The LSA off the mark, and KVH is dead.
Korok just doesn't have anything, man. He's got a wand, an ult talisman, a boots of speed, and a bottle. This hero's not particularly great, like you just mentioned, when he doesn't have a fast start. He needs like a Midas. He needs maybe an early 4-staff. Otherwise, he just doesn't do any damage. Especially against the int heroes that are on the squad of Boreal. So, I honestly don't think this draft is going to be able to win them this game. They're already behind against the Sniper Storm Spirit. Ush has nothing. He got literally nothing in this lane. So, short of a miracle team fight, which could happen, Boreal are in a dominant position. That's all I'll say about that.
I think they picked 2 heroes that are just kind of fading from the metagame right now, which is Razor and OD.
They've already faded,
But,
man.
I think Razor's actually really still pretty good despite the nerfs he got a long time ago, but he just got destroyed in his lane. He does have 32 CS, which is actually not bad. And it's not like Tusk is your hero that's like, yeah, he's super farmed, he's gonna take over the game, but dude, if you get that Solar Crest on him, it's one of the premier Solar Crest carriers. They actually know that Chad's down here. They spot him out, they're gonna get an easy pick-off.
Even wasted TP in doing so. He's trying to TP out. So NARv2 are in a position where it's kind of where Boreal was last game, I think. I'd say. I don't know if you agree with me, but
Oh, this is much better than the last 2 games, but I mean, the point still stands. They did amazing in the lane in the last 2 games, but then they kind of faltered as the game went on.
yeah, I guess.
So I think the big thing is going to be map control now. Like, can they transition these kills into a tower or something? KVH again stunned in mid.
Can't follow up, no kill.
But he'll be fine for that.
Look at the net worth chart, man. 4 of the top 5. The only one that's not in there is
Radiant's bottom
Lena.
tower is under attack.
Lena's not too far behind. Everybody's like below 3,000 net worth at 10 minutes in for NARv2.
Radiant structures
So I think
are
honestly you just keep the
fortified.
pressure on, especially with
Radiant's
Coney. Like you're gonna be getting
bottom
kills.
tower
That's
is
one way to get
under
farm. I don't know if he should go on Korok though, unless he's got a hero to help him out with. He will have a hero. Body blocked by Kikoni. That's actually
Everyone's baiting him though. They're all up here.
ice shards. Korok needs to hide himself immediately. No, instead he's gonna turn on Jeppins. Kikoni's gonna walk in soul assumption. Kikoni needs to be careful.
Snowball.
Snowball coming in. I thought they killed Jeppins. They do now. They up slam it, misses. They actually keep Chad alive. Magic missile. They get the kill in the storm. Hides himself from the LSA. They're looking for Pizza Dad. They've got the enchant totem up in 1. PQ. Magic missile not available, but he's got the swap. Here comes the Fissure. On to 2. Sandy's Eclipse. He'll drop it. Pizza Dad in trouble. Triple kill for Mojo. Storms down. Here comes MSS. It's 4 dead. What an awful fight for Boreal and NARv2. They get right back in it, man. Just with that fight alone, they get 2.7k gold. What a fight for the Radiant squad.
Every game, man. It seems like it's the same thing. Boreal has a tremendous start in the laning phase, and they just throw it all away.
Look at that net worth wrap now. It's like almost even. Korok
And
can get this high.
Korok's gonna get this deny, I think. And if he doesn't, he's gonna die. Or I mean, if KVH doesn't get this kill, he's gonna die.
Cody does get the
Because here
razor top
comes-
again. Ush has had a rough game,
Radiant's
I will say
middle
that much.
tower has been denied.
I think it could have been different, but Tusk, he got a really nice snowball at the last second to buy some time, but as soon as he came out of the snowball, he didn't spam any spell. If he got the ice shards off, he gets the kill. He would have still died, but he at least would have got a kill on, I forget who it was. I think it was... Oh god, I don't remember. But one, maybe
Chad?
Korok, I don't remember, but
Chad.
he would have got the kill, but he didn't spam it fast.
Chad
enough,
was
and
the
he actually
lowest
died.
one in that entire team fight. I don't know if that's
Okay.
mentioning. He lived with like 20 HP or something ridiculous. The stick
Yeah,
man.
he died right as he came up from the snowball, and if he was able to cast the ice shards, I think he could have done some damage there to maybe turn the fight.
Just another reason why you never want to drop your stick. At least at this stage of the game. Chad is going to walk into Jeppins, Pizza Dad, and everybody. just dies. That's all I can really say about that, is that he just freaking dies. That ice shard almost connected with fog, too.
Cast range on ice shards is 1800, man. It's
Radiant's
so
top tower
freaking
is
far.
under attack.
You kind of have to, like, it's not a skill shot, but you have to actually cast it at places now. It doesn't go to the person and just stop there like it used to.
Yeah, it's kind of weird now. Like, before it really rewarded you to just, like, throw it out willy-nilly, and you could always, it was, like, automatically, you know, latch onto people, but now it's like you can kind of play around with it. You can make some plays with it, but you can also miss it entirely. So you kind of have to be
It's a finicky spell.
point. Yeah, it's a finicky spell.
That's all I can really say about it. Okay, so you can't hit the alarm button yet if you are Boreal at this point. You have 3 heroes in the top 3 of the net worth. Kikoni's getting close to whatever item he wants, at least the beginning stages of that item. He went for a bottle and soul ring, so the build-up does take some time. Meanwhile, we'll see you later, Chad. It's the second time he's walked into a big Tusk man, so that's unfortunate.
Yep. I'm wondering if it looks like Japanese is going to rush the blink, and there's nothing wrong with that at all because you can
AoE
always get
disruption.
yourself out of some scenario with, as long as you have snowball up. Kikoni,
It's low and
he
mana.
ults away.
Yeah, he could have been taken down.
Dire's
But
top tower is under
good
attack.
play from him to stay out of there. What does Korok have? He's going mech. He has the buckler. It looks like he would pick this up. This is something we used to see when buckler, if you spammed it, it gave you back your mana, the essence or
Dire's
mana.
top tower
But
is under
it's
attack.
not particularly good because it doesn't have the stats that you usually want out of an item for an OD. It's only 5 for everything. But
Well,
Dire's top
Yeah.
tower
it was
is
also
falling.
when Tranquils was disassemblable, if that's even a word. Disassemblable,
I think
whatever.
that's correct. Yeah, that sounds about right.
And you could also activate your Tranquils. You remember that? It was
Yes,
before they
yeah.
made Tranquils the way they did. And
Yeah.
that was really popular. So, I mean, I still think Mech is fine in this game. He's got the mana pool to sustain it. If there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah, but he's
necessarily.
just not doing the damage that maybe he wants to do. Which
course,
will be
yeah.
later on. Maybe he gets like a scythe and a force staff, and maybe he gets the damage there. I just got a
With-
little bit of lag. Are you lagging?
I did too. I did
Okay,
too.
it's server issues. First time Quark has gone back on OD, however, this is his latest purchase by far. His previous latest purchase was 11 minutes and 16 seconds. Not quite the same game, unfortunately. Not going nearly as well. Mech is done, I
That's
think, for
actually a
Quark,
pretty
so-
good. That's a good timing though to have on your stat. 11 minutes. It's not bad at all.
No, that's pretty great. Kikoni's gonna walk right in, but they don't have the
They're
potential
only-
to kill him.
Their only instant reliable stun is he's a Rubik. The best they have outside of that is Earthshaker, but he's actually really close to a blink.
Ush is dead. Ush knows that he's dead. He's running to the tower. God, that is the ice shards are really becoming a problem. He's gonna ult now. Assassinate's gonna fly through. He's actually gonna live. No, the Dragon Slave, he won't live.
Got a light?
Just barely clipping him. Ush could have survived there, but it was very difficult. Not the easiest thing in the world.
And they bait out a TP, so a little extra movement wasted there from NARv. He's 1-6-1. This Razor is not having a fun time at all. They're looking towards Roche now too, which is good. They have the Venge with the max Wave of Terror. They have the Sigil for Jebins, although it is on cooldown. Fun fact, Korg actually has the fastest mech OD on record over at 7 minutes, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that the previous stat, 11 minutes average, is really good, actually.
Yeah. The OD pickers go mech. There's not many of them, that's the thing. Roche is going to be free coming out for Boreal. This game doesn't feel nearly as bad as it once did for NARv, but this game is certainly not easy to come back from, especially because I don't know really if their late game's that great with a Razor and an OD.
No, it's
He's-
not.
Korg's
Korg,
dead.
I think, is dead again.
Yeah, he should be dead last week.
Dire's
I think he has mech, he has
middle
mech.
tower is under attack.
Fucking mech here.
He's trying to bait out extra spells.
Why didn't he?
And he didn't mech? What?
Fish around it too, which was nice, but Telekinesis spell was stolen. Echo Slam on a pizza dad. Enchant Totem needs one more. Misses the LSA, but here comes the snowball. Dragon Slave used. It was stolen. Get the kill. Nice ice shards coming out. Beautifully done from
See,
Jeppins.
that's the change right there where it can make a difference. So that was really nice.
Korok would have lived though if he had mech'd.
Yeah, why didn't he mech?
I don't
That was so strange.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
He
MSS
got
going.
really greedy and trying to bait it out.
Yeah. MSS going for the classic 3-3-3 build. 3 Fisher, 3 Enchant, 3 Aftershock, and his Blink Dagger's done, so I guess it's worked out. But there's the Bloodstone at 17.5 minutes coming out for Kokoni. Pretty good timing, I'd say. At least better than his previous timings.
This is really good timing. It's fantastic for him. Yeah, the classic 3-3-3 build from Earthshaker.
Exactly, dude.
Tried and true. By the way, I cannot stand those damn pets, man. I hate them so much.
I was wondering who I was talking to who didn't like it.
God, I hate them so much.
I guess it was you. It's just the question.
I saw Ice tweet about it too, how they need to be removed from the game from competitive Dota. I think so too.
Some of the people
like, why would you play with this if, like, in a competitive game?
I don't know. I guess people assume that the pets like are like catch all, they're fine, but I don't think that's actually true. I know the pro players use them.
Dire's middle tower is
Not to
under
mention,
attack.
I think it's an ugly cosmetic. I just don't think it's
Oh,
attractive.
jump in. Come on. Fisher, he doesn't have Echo Slam, though. KBH in trouble. MSS in trouble. Yule's up in the air. MSS going to go down. Astral has come through. Storm Spirit as well. Korok is on the wrong side of the law now. Korok's getting chased in my PQ. Assassinate's about to fly. Korok gotta go down. 3 dead. Boreal. Nice play. And Fog is... Now he's dead. He's just... yeah, he can't fit through here. He can't fit through here. He's dead.
Dude, Jeppets went for a Desolator.
Yeah.
He's got it so early on. I love this. It's going to reduce the armor, and then your...
Radiant's bottom tower is under
it's
attack.
really good with the rest of his teammates, too. They can take a Roshan even faster, and the fact that it costs a lot less now in this patch is pretty good, too. I thought he was going to go for a Blink, which I imagined would be his next item, but he just saved that engagement right there. Like, he stopped the initiation by throwing them in a snowball. He also stopped the chain of initiation from Earthshaker by hitting him with a snowball and stunning him a little bit.
I'm really surprised they didn't wait for Echo Slam to be up. Like, if that was an Echo Slam initiation, maybe it goes a bit differently. But that's not the case. Anyways. Boreal now looking in such a solid, stellar position.
Tower has fallen.
They still have that Aegis for 2 minutes as well. Kokoni with his Bloodstone now up to 11 charges. Maybe he gets an Orc next, maybe he goes BKB. Ush has nothing, really. He's got a smorgasbord of items that don't really add up to anything. Fisher just misses onto Kokoni, and he's actually going to make it out alive.
That was a smoke, too. So smoke wasted. I feel like this is the game that should have gone the way the last 2 games for Boreal, just because of how well they did in the laning stage. Like, this is how it should have panned out, but because of the... I don't know, throws or just better play by NARv2, it didn't go, but I feel like Boreal's kind of maybe fixed the problems that they had, or it could also just be a draft issue, like you mentioned.
Well, the game's not over yet, although it does look pretty bad, especially if the spike goes poorly, and it looks like it will. Next is going to go for Korok, keeping him alive. He needs his sanities. He's not. They will get the kill on the Aegis. Jeppets will back away. Nice Astral to keep Korok alive. Elsa actually misses, but the Ice Shards will get the kill. Now they use the enchant. They have Echo Slam. They're not using it yet. Kokoni getting kind of low with that Soul Substitute spell. Was stolen. Ush actually Echo MSS. They get 1. Nice snowball onto 2. Chad looking for a Fable. Will find it. Soul Substitute. Kokoni's gonna jump in. Kokoni has not much mana left. Telekinesis. 4 down. Oh, not a great fight from Boreal again, and that will get us so much farm. Up to 2K. Golden Hill TP bottom as well. Who got the most gold out of that? Chad, 2,000. Chad gets a blink, dude. Chad literally gets a blink from that fight. That is a fight that he wins that gets him a blink dagger. He got 2,000 gold from that freaking engagement. That's ridiculous. Oh, unless he dies. Fire blink, fire blink, fire blink. Chad!
Didn't buy it.
Rip.
Kokoni, he responds so fast from that Bloodstone. I actually think that fight, I didn't really see where the echo came out from Earthshaker, but I think it's a little bit on Kokoni.
He was here.
Because,
like
yeah, but Kokoni, what happened was he respawned with the regen, and he was like waiting for the regen to like up his HP fully, and he went and ulted in onto both the Earthshaker and the Visage, but he didn't attack the Earthshaker, and the Earthshaker blinked in right after that. If he was able to cancel the blink from Earthshaker, none of that happens. So it was a very awkward situation. It ends up being, I think, still okay for Boreal. Like, obviously they lost a ton, but they're still in a good spot. But it could have been all fixed if they just canceled the initiation from Earthshaker.
There's been so many mistakes in this series from both sides, really. And that, none more so than maybe that fight. It just feels like every fight that Boreal take, they get this one really, really great fight, and then NARv2 take like another one that like shouldn't happen in the first place. And suddenly they're back in the game. Although, the only person that really got farm that could use it is Ush. And he's still not at his BKB yet. And Bleak should have had his Blink Dagger. But he died.
Oh god. Bench has a Shadow Blade. All right.
That is a problem for NARv2. 100%
I
win rate, I
guess.
think, is what he just
Dire's
said.
top
It's
tower
100%
is
win rate on this
under
patch. Something like that. I don't know.
I mean, he does do a lot of damage, right? Like, he attacks quickly.
Yes, I've seen Vengeful Spirits destroy in core roles, but I've never seen them go Shadow Blade. It's been a long time.
Which is kind of weird because normally the function of the hero is to sit back, do nothing, and swap out your carry, right? But now he's kind of he's put himself into more of a core position.
Right. Small sample size. Agreed. Fog has his Aghanim Scepter, by the way. I would love to see more core bench, dude. Honestly, I think that hero's great in the core. I played a game with Merlidian, one of his friends named Wei, and he played I think he actually played for this team, Boreal, at one point in time. And he played core Venge, went like some ridiculous score. Like you Wave of Terror early on in the game, you're far enough ahead, you chunk people. Like it's ridiculous. Like, max Vengeance or max Wave of Terror, easy.
Man, Quark's farm is just really, really low.
Oh yeah, it's not there. It's just
It's
it's
equal
non-existent.
with that of the Earthshaker.
I'm surprised Dush is ahead of him at this point. But I
The
guess that
Lena
fight,
has more farm than the OD.
oh, she's going Ags too. Oh, Shadow Blade from PQ. No detection.
Do they have... No.
Nothing really on them right now. Shrapnel Assassinate's gonna fly PQ looking for maybe a
Radiant's
swap.
middle tower is under
They get the
attack.
BKB. Ush needs to be careful though. Uh-oh, Magic Missile onto Ush. Wave of Terror's gonna go. They can swap him out if necessary. Looks like they're waiting to do so, and they will. BKB, they have mech. They're gonna use it. PQ in trouble. Not dead yet though. Fisher gonna come out. Astral coming through. Ush trying to TP away. Might make it out. Fog getting low. Gets blown up by an LSA as well as a Laguna. Barak now Astral up. He's got his sanities. Not gonna get it off. Kukoni now jumping in. He's running low on mana, but he has 11 bloodstone charges. Chad will fall. MSS does not want to use his Echo Slam. He needs his team here. Fisher's gonna come out. It's nicely done. Blink in sex, but yeah, he might make it out. Looks like he will.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Not a
under
great fight again for NARv2. It's really looking like it's going to be Boreal so far. Ush will walk in. Snowball, Enchant Totem, not there. MSS, Echo Slam. He was about to Aurus and didn't get it off. Finally does, but he stays alive. That Echo might have been worth it. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you.
Was that the streak there for Tusk as well? I
Oh,
don't
it must
know,
have been.
but
He
gave
lost
up-
a lot of gold.
Yeah, and he gave up a lot of gold too. That's like a mini/big throw there at the very end of that fight.
Yeah.
That should not have happened at all. So bit of a misplay for sure from Tusk. He does have a blink, which is nice, but what he tried to do is like snowball in, attack once for the Desolator proc, and then ulti, but he was just a little bit slow on the ulti afterwards. Again, the stun duration from snowball, even scaling to level 4, is not good. It's like, okay, level 4, 1.25. That's pretty bad stun duration. So you have to cast your spells very, very quickly.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
25 minutes into the game, also, by the way. Ah, God. This just doesn't feel great for NARv2. That's a 14,000 net worth storm, honestly. 40-second respawn time for Roche, by the way, which is pretty important, pretty imperative. What's the next item that's coming out here? Orchid is done for Kukoni. Do you think he goes BKB next, by the way, on the Storm Spirit?
Radiant's
He needs
bottom
to.
tower is under attack.
Money to burn.
I feel like when you're ahead this much in terms of personal net worth, it's hard because I thought for sure, like the last game he was going to, but he didn't.
No, he never did.
This game, I actually don't think you need to, because the only real threat is like Earthshaker comboing. But if you don't go for BKB, that means you have a larger mana pool. That means you have the more potential to actually get solo kills on the OD.
Yes.
Or to kite around the Razor BKB. Like, if Razor BKBs and you just run away, Razor's 100% useless in the fight afterwards. If they kite out his BKB, he's useless. Which is the problem if you rush BKB onto Razor. So
He's already used it, what, once, twice? I don't know.
think
MSS
just
is
once.
gonna Glimmer Cape. Assassinate's gonna fly Wave of Terror. Do they have detection? No, they don't. Shrapnel. Ooh, he's in trouble. Blink away. It's okay. Chad!
Dire's middle
No,
tower
not again,
is
Chad.
under attack.
Oh boy, you are dead. MSS will TP away. Chad, that was not a great play, Chad. Sorry, buddy.
maybe they think about getting
Dire's
some
middle
detection now
tower
for those
is under attack.
Glimmer Capes. I played a series against NARv where they had a Glimmer Cape on I forget who it was. A number of heroes, and we missed like 8 kills because of no detection on Glimmer Cape.
Such a annoying item to deal with, honestly. You think you have that kill, and then somebody will like stick up and then Glimmer Cape out, and you're just like, why? Why does that have to happen?
It's not even like the Glimmer Cape, like the invis. It's like you get so much resistance.
Yeah,
too,
no,
so.
it's a lot of resistance. There are some server issues clearly happening, but Fog's gonna die regardless of them. That's a dominating spree for Kokoni. And it just feels as if NARv are just prolonging their inevitable death in this game. It's not over, obviously. One big Echo Slam on all 5 heroes can maybe change the course of the game, especially because there's no BKBs out yet. However, I think KBH is going for one, and he will have it very soon. They actually do have one in Kokoni. He did buy it, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned that already.
No, he just picked it up. He's going the safe route. I don't think there's anything wrong with this at all. This Roshan's dying super fast to the Deso damage of Jeppins, plus the Sigil makes it a little bit easier to not take so much damage from Roshan. And holy hell, that zip from Kokoni.
Wow. He really wanted that creep wave on.
He might even feed one off.
I don't think so.
Here comes
His team is coming in full force. They are backing him up like his army, and they get a quick kill. They even get the familiars as well. Does he have recreation? Not for 55. And there's no tier 2 mid. They have a tier 2 bottom, but it's going to get chunked down by Pizza Dad. I say chunked. It's Alina. We can't really get chunked down by Alina, but she'll take it down quickly enough. In fact, they're all going to rotate over to take it down and deal with it. And this is their time, honestly. They don't really need to wait any further to get into the base and try to reach high ground and take the game. I think this is probably Boreal's best chance. I mean, they could always get more farm, but...
They're up 20,000 experience, 15k or 14k roughly, gold. And it's actually pretty impressive that they're able to keep their morale up in Game 3. I can't tell you how many times I've seen best of 5 formats where if one team wins the first 2, it's the likelihood of the next team coming back or even winning a game is extremely low. The only time I remember a team coming back and actually winning was like, I think it was DK versus some other Chinese team. I think it was actually IG. I could be wrong.
That was the best of 7 series, by the way.
Oh yeah, and they were down 3, weren't they?
Yep. It was 3-0. They went to lunch break, and then DK came back 4-3 to win against IG.
Insane, man.
Yeah, I remember that series. I remember like going to bed or like waking up or something during that series and being like, well, I don't, because I remember going to bed, I think, and I was like, oh, the series is over. It's 3-0, like DK, and then DK comes out and wins like 4-3, and I'm like, okay, well, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Anyways, NARv2. I would argue that was the most maybe depressing Game 2 victory anyone's ever had with how they played. So...
What, this last game?
Yeah, because I think they made a lot of mistakes. I don't know. Maybe... I just felt as if NARv didn't play the best that they possibly could, and because of that, it maybe made them play poorly this game. I don't know.
7th lowest net worth on an OD overall, patch to 30 minutes. I think this has a lot to do with most of the time... When OD was really popular, even if he had a bad time, he would always go Midas. Do you remember this?
Yes, absolutely.
And so, despite the fact that he was getting shut down in most of the games that he was being picked, he would at least still have his net worth up high, but didn't go for Midas this game, which is probably the reason why that stat is showing.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Midas, I almost feel, it's not a necessity, I think, but I almost feel like it just helps so much. Yeah. Alright, I guess it is in a sense. Just because he just can't farm otherwise. You have to farm kills, and it's really hard to do that without any items. Aghanims is done for Ush. Alright. MSS is smoked up on the backside, ready for an Aegis enchant initiation.
Yeah, to build on your point, it's hard to farm that up without items, but it's also hard to build it up without, like, an aggressive team. Like, their draft is just not aggressive at all.
Yeah.
It's very defensive. Visage isn't aggressive at all. Rubik is like the best they got, right? Maybe an Earthshaker with a blink, but outside of that, it's not aggressive at all.
Ush is literally just running at them right now. KBH pops his BKB, Ush does the same. Meanwhile, on the backside, Jeppins gets a kill on one. Kokoni looking for another. Korok in some trouble. Fisher gonna come out. The snowball comes through as well. Korok will mech and live for only a moment longer. A little bit longer than a moment, but he does go down. Echo Slam comes in on a Jeppins at PQ, but it is GG already. 4 dead for NARv2, and Boreal stay alive to force game number 4, my friend.
Yeah, like I said, it's pretty impressive for a team to be down 0-2 in best of 5, or like we talked about 0-3 in a best of 7, which is ridiculous, but and then to come back in the next game after that series of losses. So that's got to be a morale boost here for Boreal, and I don't think they have anything to be ashamed of. Like, I think they did really well in laning phases of all 3 games, except this one they were actually able to keep that momentum going. There was a little bit of a hiccup toward, like, near the Ancients of Boreal, or sorry, of NARv, and they had kind of a bad maybe 3-2-2 moment, but it didn't matter. The Storm was still so super farm. So really nicely played. Nice laning phase again from this Tuscalina Venge Spirit trial, and it was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, that trial lane really set the tone for the game, and so many rotations, so many kills elsewhere on the map as well that came out for Boreal. It was an impressive feat to watch, and finally that early game, which they crushed in most of the games they've played today, goes in their favor, and they're able to take game number 3. Game number 4 is going to come up in just a moment, guys. Make sure you stick around here. This is Dota 2 Canada Cup. Of course, we do have a big giveaway. Check out at Dota 2 Canada on Twitter for a chance at a TI5 ticket. Instructions should be over there on that Twitter site. If you've enjoyed our casting, my name is Malt. With me today is Trout. Follow us at Malt Dota, at Trout Dota as well. With that being said, game number 4 right around the corner. Stick around, guys.